Hey y'all, it's Stephen Van Kampen-Lewis here on Friday actually, and I have a quick show and tell. I want to show you a Cattleya Hardyana that I got from Costa Rica as a blooming size division last year through a surprise flower for me. So I'm pretty excited about that, and it's really nice. And for those of you who are not familiar with Hardyana, it's a primary hybrid between Cattleya varsavixii and Cattleya dowiana, and some of the ones that are posted online are just awesome, and I'm actually really happy with this one. It's a really nice one. I expect it to get much better as time goes on. The other bloom that I'm looking at is Catasetum Chuck Taylor, which is it's kind of a complex hybrid, but it's got Catasetum denticulatum in the background, so it's sort of a smaller statured plant with smaller flowers, but really intensely colored. Anyway, let's get this camera turned around and check these out. Alright, so let's start with the Cattleya Hardyana. And as you can see here, this is just a wonderful semi-alba. And like I said, this was imported last year as a blooming size division. So I was a bit surprised that it bloomed. So I'm thinking that this will be the most unattractive bloom that I see for this one, and that next year hopefully these segments will fill in at least a little bit. Maybe the color will be a little more saturated in the lip here, and of course more flowers is really the goal. You can see that it's a decent sized plant that is a standard Cattleya size. It's you know, similar in size to its parents, dowiana and varsavixii, but look at that lip. I mean, you see the striations there that come from the dowiana parent really are just super apparent on it within the throat here, and then on the side lobes as they curl around. And then check out, it's got this little picotee here, this little flare on the petals and the sepals. As you can see here in the dorsal sepal, this dorsal sepal is really nicely erect, and I think those little picotees with the sort of cream colored background and the really vivid colors will make a great show next year, and maybe we'll get it awarded. I will probably breed with this. I've got this other varsavixii that I showed last week that is really nice, and I thought about putting them on each other, but maybe I'll wait till next year. Maybe I'll trade some pollen, you know. William Green with some of his Rexes might be kind of cool on this one. But you can see it's actually in two pots. So this is the smaller pot that I potted in, and then I put it in this larger one just for support because it was kind of wobbly, and it's really just cemented itself to the side of this pot. So it is what it is. It's happily growing. You're doing really nicely. And so that's the Hardyana. And then Catasetum Chuck Taylor has a really cool bloom this year. I was hoping to be able to film this maybe tomorrow or the next day once these open, so you could have a really good show with the two spikes, but we'll have to kind of stick to just one here, and you can kind of see the profile of how this one's growing. These Catasetum denticulatum hybrids have these really nicely shingled flowers that are typically really nicely arranged in this sort of pine cone shape. And then of course the flowers themselves are really thick and waxy. My memory is that this one was quite a bit different last year with more of a yellow lip. In fact, I'll put up a photo here to show you what I'm talking about. And so it looks quite a bit different this year, at least to my memory. I'm not entirely sure why, or maybe my memory's wrong. You know, once I'm going through and editing this video, I'll let you know. But yeah, this one looks really different. You know, on a different bloom, I would love to get this judged. I think it's got some award potential, especially if it has two, and actually you can see there's a third spike back here. This is all from the newest growth. Of course, the newest growth is immature, and that comes a lot from the denticulatum, which blooms on immature new growths as well. But these complex hybrids will bloom on a new growth, you know, 1, 2, 3, or even 4 times in a year. So they're super prolific and just absolutely love to crank out lots of blooms. I haven't watered this one. This one could have been watered a while back, but I'm actually growing it inside just so the bugs don't chew up the buds. And probably in a week when both of these fade, I'll throw this back outside, let it get lots of water, and these sad shriveled little pseudobulbs will perk back up. But you can see it's already got good root growth. There's a root tip there and some roots here, and then, you know, tons are going down in the media. And I have given this one a couple drinks of water already. Yeah, this is the only one that's been hit by mites because it's been growing inside. And the spider mites are bad. They'll take down a plant real quick. And, you know, even if you see just a bit of damage, this is when you want to treat, or even before. The moment you see any spider mite damage, you want to really take care of it. But that's it. That's my video for today. I will do a Cattleya purpurata care collab, which will be posted on Wednesday or Thursday of this week. And there's going to be a ton of people contributing, so it should be a good one. But I'll film that tomorrow and post it later in this week, and I'll see y'all later. Have a great weekend. Bye.